All right, guys. We're on the second episode of Play Your Part. Part one of episode two. Staying on the pace. That's what we try to do. I want to introduce to my panel. Uh, Go ahead, the kid.
Oh yeah, you know it's the Black Jessica Biel out here. I just want to let people know I'm out here today, and I was on time.
Still for the first time. You want to tell them what you did last time? You went to sleep.
I didn't take a nap
Anyway.
today. I mean, I did, but it was I woke up at noon.
All right.
I woke up 4 minutes before the podcast time, but I was able to get here.
Right.
All right. All right. I want to, if you don't mind, Rick, if you want me to introduce you to the pod, man.
By all means, brother.
All right, man. I don't. If I keep in contact with you, that means we have something deeper than just surface level type things. I know this man ever since AIT, and this was like 2010. This is like 10 years in the making right here. I know this man. This man know everything in my first half of my military career, or whatever. He just know, and I've been keeping contact with him ever since then, man. Just kind of keeping tabs on him, seeing how he's doing. His family and son and everything else, man. I just want to introduce, Rick Montgomery. Been knowing him for about 10 years. All of us are military affiliated, but I've been knowing him longer than anybody else. I just want to introduce and appreciate him using his time and giving his time to us, for this short amount of time that we have. A lot of people, commitment is a hard thing to do for certain people because it's just a personal endeavor. If you want to share, you can share. If you don't, you don't. But I feel like that he has a lot more to bring to the panel instead of just sitting here and being here. So I appreciate you, Rick. You can kind of take it from here.
Oh, most definitely, bro. And I appreciate you, Brandon. Like I'm saying, like you said about me, we've known each other for almost 10 years. And that's a long time to even, keep in contact with one another. And when I heard about the podcast, I'm just like, look, brother, I'm going to play my part. I'm going to do what I can to contribute, you know what I mean? I know I don't have a lot of wealth of knowledge as you do, but I'm going to do what I can in my area. Still active duty, so I'm going to do what I can whenever I can. In about a month time, I'm going to be your way anyway, so we got to definitely link up, rekindle. We got to catch some drinks, maybe a good cigar or something. I don't know, but we got to make something happen. I'm just happy to be here, man. Any way I can help, provide some transparency, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Of course, if everybody doesn't know, I get the background on Kevin. I know Kevin since I know him since Fort Riley. You know what I'm saying? So we've been doing the previous podcast called what's the name of that podcast, Kevin?
Heartbreak
City. Heartbreak City podcast. That was like live from the underground type shit.
Oh yeah.
That was then in the rightful home of the barracks room, Kevin.
Where it all goes down, huh?
Yeah, man. That's the originator of where I all started at, man. But I greatly appreciate you, Kevin, showing up.
Y'all made me put on pants to come out there, so I had to do something.
Yeah.
Not put on
pants.
Man.
Nah, I was out there. I was out there in pajama pants every Friday, ready to go.
Yeah. And, until the camera had to show everybody his whole lower and top profile, then
yes.
But yeah, let's go ahead and start off with
Zoom call.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start off at the top of the line of order. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for part one. We were doing the sports section with Kevin. So Kevin is gonna go ahead and talk about free agent moves in the NFL.
All right, I'm here for it this year, guys. I'm here for it. I don't know if you guys have been following it. my Browns, I can't put out my feelings about the Deshaun Watson trade. We still trying to move Baker Mayfield. I feel some type of way about it. Had to field a bunch of questions the last couple days, but as a lifelong Cleveland fan, I mean, he's better than Baker Mayfield. I will say that. But also, as somebody who's been rooting against Ben Roethlisberger for 20 years, and now we bring in Deshaun Watson, I feel some kind of way. But that's not the only move that happened this summer. We got Russell Wilson to the Broncos, changing up teams. Got Von Miller went to the Raiders, I believe.
No,
You got Devontae Adams went to the
oh,
Raiders.
excuse
No, Von
me.
Miller went to the Bills. I'm sorry, Khalil Mack went to.
Yeah,
Where did Khalil Mack go? Hold up a second.
he went to the Chargers.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
and that's gonna be that's why that's a scary team because now they got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa. No, Joey. They got Joey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is a lot of moves. You guys excited about any of these moves that's happening or that has happened out here?
Rick, you should speak for your fellow Clemson.
Deshaun Watson, the Clemson product. I couldn't hold it in. I was trying. Deshaun Watson, you know what I mean? He brought some championships to the Clemson program, man. We got amazing. Dabo Sweeney is producing nothing but beasts out there. And I'm just going to say this, like, a lot of people can feel how they want to feel, but I've watched the growth personally, man. This dude is an animal on the field. And I think that any chance he has to grow personally in his career is going to be a good one. I mean, I hope he goes to a team that's going to allow him to grow in the ways that he needs to grow in. Personally, like I watched this man grow as a person, watch the swag step up a couple levels. You know, I can see the money being added on to him a little bit, the bag, so to speak. He's stepping out, you know, taking pictures. He's out there doing his thing. But I just hope he stays focused. I don't want him to get the Cam Newton syndrome and to lose track. I want him to stay focused on the game. Not that I'm hating on Cam. That's still the guy. But
You
it's
like
rumors
those top
that.
hats with the dreads out the.
Look, listen, man. Like, I just want to see some products on the field. If you're gonna do that, that's cool, fine and dandy. But I just need to see you step
you
back in
gotta
the
win.
pocket. I need you to step back in the pocket, be poised, throw the ball where you need to, land at where you need to. And I think Deshaun Watson's going to be able to do that. Whatever team he's a part of, he's going to be a tremendous asset, not a liability. He's going to be able to step up and do what he needs to do as a team player, as a captain, and progress. I mean, talk about what you want to talk about, but Clemson produces leaders. All right, they got leaders out there. Sammy Watkins is a leader as well. You know, I don't want to get too far off of it, but we got a lot of leaders out there coming out of that program out of South Carolina, man.
You bringing up Sammy Watkins?
Sammy Watkins.
As two Alabama fans here, man, I want to tell you, what did y'all do?
Listen, I know everybody want to bring up last year, but what about the year before that? I feel you. Cool. But, you know, Nick Saban is, like, working out of a factory, man. Like, he got too much money. Like, you can't only do but so much with him, man. He's taking death threats or something like that. I don't know. Y'all had to win one. Like, y'all got to do something. Y'all got, like, all four of your running backs coming off the bench running, like, how fast? Everybody has locks. All them boys are fast.
You would think
can only
Dabo
do so
Sweeney
much.
you would think he would be able to pull somebody. That's all.
Oh, he's pulling. Like, come on, like I remember a time period where Clemson wasn't even in the names of miles of ESPN's like personnel. Like, it wasn't even being talked about. Like, the Clemson program wasn't even being shouted out as much as it is now. I mean, I went down to Florida. Like, I went to Miami and I seen people wearing like Clemson shirts, and I'm like, I don't remember anybody really being a Clemson fans prior to like 2000, like 2004. Y'all really wasn't repping the Clemson programs. Like, we had Trevor Lawrence, like, coming out, you know, of Clemson as well. He's gonna be a animal as well. We produce results. I mean,
they got rid of Urban Myers out of it.
Yeah. We got a lot of we got a lot of stuff going out of there, man. And I mean, I'm gonna stick behind them boys I know a lot
Oh
of people.
no! Speaking of Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, man, they had
Mm-hmm.
one heck of an off season for real.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
got everything except for what they needed. It was the offensive line. I tell you what.
Offensive line, right? And you only can do but so much. I mean,
I said
I
what?
think it's gonna give them time. Give them
Yeah.
time to learn
I
each
said
other's ass.
they better do it through the draft. You got to protect that man if you want him to be great.
For sure.
You got them all to help around him. I mean, through free agency. I'm looking at it right now. They got Christian Kirk,
Uh-huh.
Chris Conley, who's a young talent.
Still
Uh,
growing. Still
yeah.
eating Wheaties.
What's this? Christian Kirksey. Yeah, they built up the defensive line. Desmond King. Yeah, they've been active this offseason. But then I didn't see any like big name offensive line signings, and I was like, this was y'all biggest problem. What are y'all doing out here?
They trying to piece it together. They trying to piece it together. What you got to say about that, Brandon? I know you know, like you said, to Alabama fans, die hard Bama fans.
Man, it's like this, man. You already know, man. Like y'all, we let everybody else have their little fun. Y'all do what y'all do. But Clemson, y'all kind of fell off after Trevor Lawrence, man. It was,
We fell off.
yeah, man.
That's
Jeez.
it.
Yeah, man. I mean,
We take a tactical pause and now we fell off.
no, man. It's a tactical. Like if your coach wasn't so much of a crybaby, bro. I was.
Now he's a crybaby.
That man cries all the time. If we lose one game, we're done. I said, well, I mean, it's not my fault that the ACC is a weak conference. Number one,
Yeah.
let's be honest about it.
Okay.
And then number two, if you were to play somebody on your non-conference game,
Is that our fault? Is that our fault that
It
we
is
don't
your
play?
fault.
Well,
It's-
yeah,
it's a
those
how-
non-conference
Okay,
games, you got to
okay.
plan those.
My thing is this. When they put, I want to say when Baker Mayfield came out of like Texas A&M or something like that a couple years back, they added them to the SEC. Correct? Now, is it our fault that they didn't add us into the SEC? We're playing those teams that are in the ACC. Now,
Y'all can
year after
enjoy
year.
the SEC.
Okay, we could, but it's not conducive to what we're trying to. We're trying to keep things equal. Everything is divided in the country according to who we play and how we play. But nobody debates the fact that they always recruit out of the Southeast. You get all your big time players for the NFL out of the Southeast. You want somebody fast. You want somebody to throw that ball fast. You're gonna get them from the Southeast. We're playing who we're playing. Like I don't know. Like I enjoy our South Carolina versus Clemson games every year. I love to see Clemson beat up on the USC, and they're in the SEC. Y'all fail to mention USC every single time. Y'all talk about every other team, but USC, University of South Carolina, is trash when it comes to, and y'all like have them a part of y'all. But maybe we should trade spots. I feel like we should trade spots 1 year at least, give it a trial base, and I think we
Tell
still
you
can
what,
run
we'll
with the
give
big
y'all
dogs.
Vanderbilt. See what happens every year. See
Oh
what
my
happens.
God, Vanderbilt!
Let's see. Give the ACC Vanderbilt. We'll see what happens.
We're fine. We're good. We're still gonna be good in the ACC or any region you put us in.
9 games a year if they was in the ACC.
Any region you put us in, Clemson, that big orange is gonna represent. And I'm not talking about Tennessee. I'm talking about
You are
Clemson.
you are right though. About
We're gonna be a
I mean,
contender.
I got the new Madden because it's free on Game Pass now, so I was
Okay.
playing it, and they have
Shameless
to,
plug.
no, I mean, well, Madden's it's the same game every year, but new 2K comes out next year. You can buy that. But so they have this new thing where you gotta choose where you scout from, like the region where you scout from. And I tell you what, if I'm looking for some athletic players, I always say, yeah, scout from the southeast. We gonna scout from the south.
Every time.
Want some
Every
linemen?
time.
I'm gonna look up north. Some Wyoming, North Dakota stuff.
Yeah. I'm not being biased. Like I get it. We got great players all over the United States. We got great players coming out of Oregon. They're sponsored by Nike. They got like a freaking dome with like atmosphere controlled environments, like the best shoes, the best cleats. I get it. We got a lot of good players out west, and I don't want to discredit those guys. You
Yeah,
know, Texas is doing their thing. They're big on big football. I got it.
that
But
guy
I'm saying,
Robinson's gonna be the best running back this year.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Man,
I said
stole the
that when he
words out
was
of
a
my mouth.
freshman. I saw him running over people. I was like, yeah, that dude's gonna be a beast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got
But
good
I
players
mean,
everywhere.
you think about it, minus Devontae Adams, most of the people who, most of the top receivers in the league are from the South Eastern Conference. That's
This is what it
it.
is. We
That's
eat
it.
different. We eat different. You know what I mean? The
That's
water's a
it.
little different down there. It's a little harsh. You gotta be resilient. You know what I mean? You gotta have something in you. Come out of something. You know, a little bit more to prove. And that's why I like watching college football more than NFL. I mean, well, I still follow my guys, and I know we didn't speak on the basketball a lot, but I do follow my guys. I'm not a big watcher of NFL or NBA, but I will have to mention one name in the NBA right now. John Morant came out of Dazzle, South Carolina, representing South Carolina, the 803 to the fullest. I do respect the grind on every player that comes out of that region in South Carolina. I don't think we get enough love, but it's cool. Not yet. I think the more we look at it, you can see the resilience in these gentlemen's eyes. Like, you got a lot more to prove on that big stage on why we can contend against the best, no matter what. Like, John Morant's doing some great things in the basketball league. We got a lot of great players from Clemson doing great things. I say 5 years from now, South Carolina is going to be in a lot of people's mouth about how recruiting goes, about these big star athletes coming out of there, working
You know,
hard. Those guys are working diligently.
Monty, you don't know this about me, but I'm a hater by nature. I'm a hater by nature.
I'm waiting.
And like when I mean, no, that's the thing. I hate on everybody, but I can't see anything wrong with Ja Morant. I mean, I want him to have a better shot, but I said I can't hate on how he's playing. I was just like, this dude's good.
Yeah,
And then
for
I
sure,
like
man.
saw his story. He said he was too small to like. I mean, too small when he first started, so his dad made him like jump on tires and stuff to make him like great. He's like, if you ain't tall, you gonna jump over these dudes. It's like
There you go.
that's
There you
showing
go.
now. That's it because he's
It
jumping
is.
over everybody.
I'm
Doesn't care
telling
who
you.
it is.
I'm
That's
telling you, and it's gotten to the place where I'm even dabbling into the NFT world a little bit. I have been in the last 6 months, and I've been dealing with NBA Top Shots a little bit, and I'm trying to capture all of his moments as much as possible. Man, John Morant is doing some great things. You even got Kevin Durant doing voiceovers, watching this young man perform. Like, this is rookie of the year type behavior. This is all star behavior. Like,
Yeah.
even when the little injury, him limping away, I think they even had on Instagram, TikTok with his daughter. He's even instilling into his daughter. He's okay, daddy's fine. He's walking it off. These are the types of things that we produce in South Carolina. You have to persevere. You got to push through those adversities. Man, this guy's is resilient, man. He got a lot to prove.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to the next topic. That was pretty epic. And,
look, look. Hey, B's cutting us off now. You know we on the road. He's like, all right,
nah,
all right.
I'm trying to keep on tone. Y'all doing good though. All right, the next topic is March Madness bracket, which March Madness has already started. We already see some upsets already, but to my opinion, March Madness is not like March Madness like it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Everybody was over there writing their brackets up, and everybody was into it. And I think that's just for college basketball in general, man. It's just like it's just one of those things. Like it's not bad, but it's just one of those things where most people, I feel like, in my opinion, that you should at least be in college for at least like the rules are for 1 year, but it's not going to keep. It's pretty much going to dry out NCAA basketball. Period.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like that if it was 2 years, then it may not, but then you would get the resentment of holding somebody back from trying to go to the league. But at the same time, I don't feel like that everybody's basketball already on that type of level. But to facilitate that, that's why they have the G League. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's players that's trying to go around that or whatever. And that's why I feel like the luster of NCAA basketball is no longer a thing anymore. It's not like a thing that we watching Final Four, Elite Eight, Sweet
Hmm.
16. Nobody's watching that anymore because most players it says, well, if you're not gonna let me go to the league, then I'm just gonna go to G League. I'm gonna go overseas, or I'll play this one little baby year and showcase my talents. Then I go to the draft. It's not the NCAA's fault. It's just I don't know. I think it's just payback from other stuff the NCAA has been getting away with for a long time coming. That's why I'm excited about these college players getting paid on this NILs. This is like
Yes.
that's huge. Like to me, like you
I
should
saw
get
somebody
paid.
got $7 million the other day.
Yeah,
7 mil, man.
yeah.
7 mil.
No, it was one that was 8 million too, and they asked me
Hey
to
man,
David
you need
about
to
it.
go ahead and cue the claps for that. Like I'm telling you, that's the
Yeah,
type of
I'm gonna
stuff that
cue
I'm
that.
talking
Yeah, I'm
about.
gonna. Yeah,
Like, oh my
that's that.
God, like
Yeah, man.
those are the
That's
types
it.
of things. Like $7 million for these young men to perform a sport that they love to do. We got to get up and stand up for that. These are the types of things that we really, really, really got to be behind. I mean, for so
Yeah,
long they haven't been being able to get that type of love and respect for the game that they love to do. They worked hard
yeah,
to get to that stage. So
yeah. I think in the famous words of Johnny Manziel, you gonna try to get me with me signing footballs for a charity, and you worry about me making money off of this, but yet you got my jersey on an NCAA website and you selling
yes,
and making
sir.
money and getting a dime off of it for my likeness. And
Hmm.
that same day, I don't know who was over the web page. Somebody gave that phone call from the upper echelon said, Charles, cut it off. Take it off the website. That thing was off the website before the end of the day, bro. I ain't
Man,
never seen
quickly,
something taken off of there. I was like this, clicking,
quickly.
clicking. Where them jerseys at? Oh, I guess y'all done they told you about yourself. So that's why
You
I
gotta go
said big ups
to.
to the that's what hey man, he was speaking the truth. You making all these
You had to go
billions
to
and
a
billions of
Kaleem
dollars.
Mall real quick to grab that jersey.
Take it off the shelf. Don't put it on NCAA. That's why I said those things should be regulated by the schools, not by
For sure.
NCAA. NCAA, you're just there to regulate and maintain the integrity of college sports. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to make money off of it like that. You get your cut from the school, but you should be getting the top of the cream off of anything else off of anybody else. That's just like double dipping, as I call it. You know what I'm saying? You're dipping twice. But let's talk about this March Madness, Kevin, and about these brackets.
Oh man, I already lost. I saw that dude from Kentucky. He was averaging like 18 and 17. I was like, all right, he's gonna do this throughout the. Didn't do a damn thing. I lost first round.
But why
My
did he
bracket looked
lose? That's the
terrible.
question.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right about the
It's
uh
it nothing.
because
It's almost
now
like
that
basketball. It's almost like the NBA playoffs. And a great example of it is like James Harden. Man, you can score all these points in the regular season, but hey, man, we worry about them playoffs. We worry about the championships.
and it's a one and done thing, man. So I
There should be
said,
more pressure on you, though.
yeah,
But that's why he needs to stay another
you
year.
know, I have always said I know you're gonna be cold in the NBA because I don't watch a lot of college basketball. I go off team names when I choose my brackets because I like Xavier. It's a cool name.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
But
you can
Cool
name your
names.
son
That's
that.
what we doing.
no, I mean I look at the stats and stuff, but other than that, like I'm not watching college basketball. It's too many teams, man. Where's Davidson coming from? I gotta watch Chicago Lafayette. This is ridiculous. it's a
St.
lot of
Mary's,
it's a lot of teams to like
St.
know
Mary's
who's good.
University,
But like I'm
St.
saying,
Mary, but you got the Cinderella team, like the St. Mary's University. You got these smaller
Yeah.
schools that they're not the
yeah,
typical where the smaller schools used to be like the Gonzagas, but that's a household name now because
Saga. Yeah.
they've
Now.
so
been
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
going
It
to
used
they
to.
always been performing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're
one
talking about these smaller schools that have been
the school I
been
went to
going.
2 years ago was Austin P. They made it to the tournament,
Yep,
and you probably don't know where Austin P is. That's in
yeah, I know it
Clarksville,
is.
Tennessee.
Yep,
Yeah, and I said I voted for him to go out of the first round. I said the only time I was like actually like yeah, a small school could do this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I mean it's like you said though. especially with the NBA having that Ignite thing now, where these players can make millions. I mean, where they making millions in college now, but they can make millions before they go to college and just sit there for a year and then go to the draft. I think was it Green that did that last year? Yeah, it was Jalen Green, or I mean not Jalen Green. What's his name? The rookie from Houston.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
another
he
one.
did
Yeah.
it. He did it last year. Came out. I said didn't have to play a game of college basketball. I mean, if you don't want to
No.
deal with the school, if you don't want to deal with the school part, I'm that good of an athlete. Yeah, I'm going to the Ignite League. Why not? I'm getting these NBA scouts. I mean, we're getting these NBA trainers helping me out, so I come into the game even better.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I just think it's just another platform for people to get that money, man. Get that
Yeah.
bag. If you get that bag, like I think a great example of it is, we don't give enough credit, and I'm gonna probably gonna be a segment for me the next episode, episode 3, is we're gonna talk about these people shining light on these HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's a great thing how with Deion Sanders and Eddie George and
I was just
what's
about to
his
say that. I was like, big ups to
yeah,
Deion Sanders choosing
yeah,
that
man.
school.
He's
They wanted him
definitely
in
yeah,
South.
man.
They wanted him in Florida State.
No, bro, no, they didn't. They didn't want him before the state. They picked
What
who
y'all
they
even
wanted to
think?
pick. They picked who they
What you
wanted
think
to pick,
about
and that's why Florida
them?
State where they are right now. But he made it the right decision because he shed light on something that's always been a staple point. I know you can relate to this, Rick, about South Carolina State. You know what I mean? Like the
Yes,
HBCU schools like that, man. And people don't get enough recognition as
they
far as
don't.
for
They
just
don't.
like what I'm saying, like period at all. So like I just feel like that. I'm just giving you a preview of what episode 3 going to be, as far as on the sports part or whatever. But we're gonna
For sure, that's
go
gonna be
ahead and
big.
yeah. So we're
Hey,
gonna
don't
do
you
this.
miss
Which NBA teams do you don't want to see in the first round, Kevin?
Oh, before I get into that, don't you miss back in the '90s when we used to rep all the HBCUs and the black sitcoms and stuff?
You
Yep.
know what I mean?
That's
Yeah. You get
I
like Benedict Allen. You got all these HBCUs, Claflin University. You got a lot of HBCUs doing their thing. I think it's a good thing that Deion Sanders is doing that. I heard Dame Dash is supposed to be getting him his own league too. He was on a podcast or an interview recently. I want to say in the last like 2 weeks with him trying to start his own league up.
Oh, yeah. All
I
right,
think
so
he
we'll
would.
go. We'll go into the next segment, I guess, or the next topic is what NBA team do you not want to see in the playoffs, in the first round of the playoffs? I know the play-in games gets the top 10, 9, 8, and 7 have to play. 8 plays 7, loser plays the winner of 8, or 9 and 10. But, as you see, the East is more competitive than it's ever been this year. The ninth seed in the West is the Lakers, which should have Anthony Davis back. And, who wouldn't you want to see in each conference? If you like going up against somebody. I mean, me as a Cleveland fan, I don't want to see the Nets. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, Ben Simmons is coming back.
Is this the hater side coming out of you again?
I mean, it's not the hater side. I'm not hating on them. I'm saying they're going to be good. I don't want to see them though.
Nice.
I'm happy at
Oh,
being
boy.
number 5. You know who we got to see at number 5? And this
Who's
is
at 5?
a big compliment to the Nets. I got to see the defending champions, the Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah.
I would rather see the Bucks than see the Nets in the first round. The
Man,
Bucks will
man.
give us 2. The Bucks will let us win 2 games. The Nets are going to demolish those dudes.
True. Ooh, they got Kyrie Irving. No, hold on. Who they got? No, the Nets. Do they got Kyrie? Kyrie? Yeah, they got
they got
Kyrie,
Kyrie.
Ben Simmons. Yeah,
Ben Simmons.
that's
KD.
gonna be nasty. KD.
They just beat the 76ers by 40.
Yeah, I know. I'm up here, not too far from that, and that was like, hard for the 76ers to digest. With them just getting James Harden, like that's still pretty decent. Like James Harden's doing his thing. He got Maxey doing his thing with him. Man, that was a tough pill to swallow right there. But speak on that though. You don't
I
want to see
said
the Nets. Who else?
I don't want to see the Nets, man, in the East. Honestly, or the Bulls if they can get healthy.
I
If the
thought you was gonna
Bulls
say
come,
the Heats or something.
nah, man, because you need Jimmy Buckets to show up. Jimmy Buckets, one of my top
Right.
3 players in the league. You need him
PJ
to show
Tucker.
up. If he's showing up, it's over. Because right now they got Hero being the lead scorer, and that's not gonna get you. That's not gonna get you far in the playoffs. You need Jimmy to show up.
You need Jimmy. You need Kyle Lowry. You need
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson.
Well,
what I mean?
they're gonna
You don't
do what
really
they're
need-
gonna do what they always done, but you don't know what you're getting from. You can get 7 points from Jimmy Butler. You can get 30. If Jimmy's
Okay.
coming with that 30 through the playoffs, they're a team to be feared. Yeah, because they play
Sure.
straight team basketball and straight defense.
True
But
enough.
what are you getting from Jimmy every night?
Jimmy.
I said
Jimmy
in the
doing
West.
his thing.
In the West, I don't want to see. Honestly, I don't want to see Ja Morant and them guys. If I'm
You
being,
a hater.
I don't want to.
Ah!
I'm not saying I don't want to see him win. I'm talking about who do you not want to play in the first round.
Okay.
I was saying
Yeah.
I don't want to see that dude in the first round because the number 3 seed they gonna end up playing somebody like the Grizz. No,
Grizz. No, Memphis is his team. So
what's that team? Anthony Edwards, Minnesota. They gonna end up playing somebody like Minnesota and just blow those. They gonna dog those dudes.
you don't want to see a blowout. You want to see a good fought out game, double overtime type stuff in the beginning.
Now I'm saying if I had to choose who I'm playing in the first round, I said who is the team that I'm like I don't want to play those guys. I'll play the Suns. I'll take the Suns because they gonna end up playing the Lakers anyway. Because I think the Lakers will win the play-in.
And beat
I think
them.
LeBron gonna get
Get
that
the
8
brakes
seed.
off
Just
them.
be cool.
Yo, not to get off on a tangent though, but is like Bronny. What's the status with him and Bronny? Like when they supposed to be playing his last season together?
No, stop.
That's
man.
in 2 years.
First of all, that's not.
You think that's gonna happen though?
No, stop it, man. Ronnie's trash.
You think that's
He's
gonna happen?
trash. He's trash.
No, you said it, so I didn't say it. You said it.
His brother trash. His brother better than him. He trash.
That's crazy.
His brother is
Come on,
better
man.
than him, but Bronny's got
Look.
the basketball IQ like LeBron.
No.
You don't think he can develop in 2 years by that time?
No. No. Maybe if he do.
He's so cold-hearted. No.
Maybe he do like the old way of doing how they used to do in NCAA, college basketball. How people in Duke stayed there for all 4 years, and maybe he'll be just maybe there.
Nah,
Maybe.
he's already. If
Stop,
LeBron
man.
keep
Stop.
playing like this, Bronny will be a first overall draft pick because they like we're gonna get LeBron out of this.
Bro, only father and son tandem that actually worked was Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
He
Wow.
played with his son. Ken Griffey Sr. played with his son. That's
But he was
perfectly
on that- he
plausible.
was
It's
pretty-
baseball.
So even if your son was trash, you wouldn't want to play a game with your son. You wouldn't want to play a season with your son, even if you
No.
know your son trash.
No, because that means you tie yourself to me when
He's
I'm
not trash though. He's
When I
not,
retire,
But he's
I
not
can
trash.
Go like this. Rick, I can go like this.
You disappoint me. You
I
disappoint me.
have my four rings on my hands and going like this, talking to somebody on mouth. Yeah, you know he trash.
You
trash.
You know he's trash. We need to get him
Yeah, he
out of
trash.
here.
As you see them
He's
4
really
rings on
doing
my
it.
hand. Yeah,
That's messed up, but it's about more of a bonding. I think it's more about a bonding experience.
Bro,
We're having that
obviously-
father-son game and enjoying the game of basketball.
yeah, but
I
see,
heard
obviously,
somewhere
you can bond
that
all
they
day,
said
but you can't tell your son to be like this. Hey man, this is not for you. It's just like Michael Jordan's sons. I'm pretty sure he was like you.
But did they not make it to the league off the name?
What league? Where?
The NBA, they
Where-
made it to the league. I mean, they
No,
got
they
assigned to
didn't.
the G League immediately.
I was
They
about to
made
say
it. They made a team.
Boy, you better stop. Stop playing. Stop playing, because you know
Mm.
that man ain't
All
healthy.
right, so you saying that if LeBron's still playing like he's playing, and Bronny's coming out in 2 years,
Yeah.
Bronny's not gonna be like a top pick in the draft off the fact that you get LeBron.
Remember you
No,
said this. Remember
but
you
let's.
said this.
I did say
If
this.
LeBron is still playing like he's playing, because when he's playing pretty great this year, when he
What? Because
does
he,
play.
because he ain't got no
There
choice.
you go.
Anthony Davis stay hurt. Man, this is
Hey,
like this. It's like
I
it's
was
like
laughing. I was laughing the other day when that game that they won with Russell Westbrook making that three. I was laughing because I was like, "LeBron played 45 minutes that game. We ain't not gonna see this dude for a week." So that dude getting old. They
He
trying to
hurt,
save
man.
him.
A lot of Dr. Teal's bath time. He's feeling it, man. And it's about that time. It's about that time.
And that's the thing. That's why I said if he can continue to play like this in 2 years, if I'm getting LeBron, they said it's gonna have to be like a small market team that picks him up because they was like they can use that as promotion. We got the Jameses.
Yeah, for real. That'll definitely put some cheeks in seats. And that's
Yeah.
what it's about, man. Regardless of how you feel, it's about putting cheeks in seats, selling the dream. People want to see a father and son championship. They want to see that lead, the pictures and all the posters, the jersey sales go up, man. It's a big move, and like I don't know, it's about being a part of that legacy, the Lakers' legacy too. Just like how they got the new show on HBO Max. Another shameless plug, Winning Time, when you got like Magic Johnson's
I
story.
gotta watch that. I
Him,
gotta want to see
man. Oh my God. Hey, that's legit. That's
that.
legit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's like 2, 3 episodes out right now. I watched the first two, and I don't want to give it away, but it's definitely starting from the beginning of the franchise when the Lakers wasn't even really about that. You know what I mean? It really started their thing. You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in there, a guy to play him. The guy who plays Magic Johnson, he actually looks like him. He got like the eyebrow little arc, like Magic Johnson had
Oh
them
yeah.
had them rainbow eyebrows. He really looked kind of like him when he did, the whole setup. And it kind of like definitely shows the whole behind the scenes type thing, how it all came together.
That's what I want to see because I hear that Showtime Lakers that I said with Magic and all them.
Mm-hmm.
I said I feel like those was crazy times and they was winning though. That'd be the whole thing. It's like what you said earlier about who did you say? Cam Newton. I said nobody cares as long as you win it. You do all that crazy stuff, but if you
As long
win
as you
it,
win. As long as you win.
nobody.
You can have the dress hanging out of the fedora or the Jeff cap. I don't care what it is, brother. As long as you winning games, man. Cheeks and seats. That's it.
yeah, that's very
And
true.
they was winning damn near every year. If it wasn't for Larry Bird.
Sure, man. Ooh, Larry. It's a touchy subject. And watch the show. Watch the show on HBO Max, man. It talks
Yeah.
about that rivalry too. Larry
Yeah,
Bird.
I'm already looking for it. So who do y'all have like the team that y'all don't want to see in the first round of the NBA? I know I only said mine. Y'all didn't say that.
I'm gonna let Brandon talk his. I don't really watch the NBA like that. I'm telling you, I'm selective.
As far as for me, I think the East, of course, is now top heavy than the West is now. So like really, true violence, which the West is up in the air because nobody really knows who's going to win in the West. Because if the Steph Curry thing is a long going thing, which I feel like the Warriors have just been playing the battle of attrition. Klay Thompson came back. Uh, Klay Thompson came back, and then you got Draymond still out for a while. Now, when Draymond supposed to be coming back or whatever, or back now, and
Yeah,
then
he just
now
got back.
Steph Curry's getting, on this ligament in his foot. It just seems like that it can never be. It's easy said than done because yeah, Clay, Steph, and Draymond been playing together, but chemistry is chemistry. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't been playing on the court with each other consistently for at least like I don't know, at least 30 games under y'all's belt to like kind of figure it out. In the playoffs, it's just not a time to be trying to adjust and things because you got these young boys on the Warriors who were playing when Clay was out and they were playing some. They was balling. They
Yeah.
were balling. So now you telling them that you got to take a back seat because Clay got to come in, and he's been up and down. But I expect that because you're just coming off of
Yeah, he's been out for 2.5 years.
yeah. So I expect that, but then you can't let the young boys just sit back and just take a second seat when that chemistry was working. You just were trying to work Clay in it, but now you're led to like you're stagnant now because it's hard to ramp up and set them down and ramp up and set them down. You have to do that gradually if you know certain things is not going to work. And saying like, I don't know about Draymond, I don't know really about Clay. We're gonna go with a lineup that's going to be consistent. Maybe once we put them in the lineup later on in the series, they can start warming up and we can get on the pace. But now you're at a place where you can't there's the ramp up. You can't ramp up anymore because now Steph is hurt. So I mean, it's gonna be weird for the Warriors. The Lakers, we all know that there were several other moves that y'all should have made. I love Russell Westbrook because I like him because he's him. I like that Mountain Dew commercial. He said, "Just do you," because that's what he do.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Okay.
everybody has their slumps. You know what I'm saying? You can't get over here and get mad at the man calling Westbrook and all the kind of other stuff. You know,
Westbrook.
the man is who he
He's
is.
he's not having a bad season. He's just shooting terrible.
No,
And it
he's
looks
having a bad season for his shooting wise. And he just gotta find his.
because
He
he's
just gotta
averaging
find.
18, 8, and 7.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, with no Anthony Davis. Anthony
Yeah.
Davis is a liability. I've been saying
That's
that
the
when he's on
missing
the court, he's
piece.
great.
I
Well,
wouldn't say that's the
overall,
missing piece. You know
he
what's
has
wrong with
been.
him?
He's a
I've been
liability,
saying
bro.
this. I've been saying this the
In
whole
my
season.
opinion, I'm gonna
I
say
said
this,
they're
and,
not playing defense. That's
bro.
that's what's wrong with the Lakers. You don't put up 125
Who?
points a game and
No,
you lost 40 games.
bro.
Ooh.
I put up 125 points a game. Y'all not playing defense. That's what it is. You can blame Westbrook all you want, but at the end of the day,
They call
none
this
of y'all
man
playing
Red
defense.
Westbrook. Man.
I
Oh
didn't
my
call him
god.
that. That's Skip Bayless called him that. I respect the man too much enough. But he done got to the
You
league.
know
I
what?
can't.
I do like.
No,
I
but
do
How
like
many
when Skip
triple
Bayless
doubles
does
this
stuff.
man got, bro? Like, come on,
bro. But the
man.
thing
He
about
did
it
his
is,
part,
we
bro.
can't be disrespectful though, man. Like this man that made it to the
He's up
Yeah,
playoffs.
there.
Period. Like
like
this
I
man
said,
in
you can
history
blame
books, bro.
Westbrook all you want. I put up
It
125 points a
doesn't,
game.
bro.
That should
Look at
be
it.
enough to win, right?
No, no.
I don't
We all
know.
know that.
Michael
We all
Jordan
know the
done a
NBA.
couple
We
games like
all know
that.
the
That's in
NBA. Come on
'63.
now. We all know that the NBA is nothing but a scores league because they shifted all the rules to for scores. You can't play defense like you used to, like in the '90s, where I just literally put my body on you and hand checks and press
Utah
your ass.
Jazz score 105 points a game. They got 40 wins already.
Okay, you're talking
Hmm.
about the Utah Jazz saying that they might be thinking about
They play
trading
defense. That's the whole. That's what I'm saying. If I'm putting up 125 points a game,
Kevin,
I'm
Kevin,
giving up 140.
Kevin, Kevin. Was the roster different from the last time they won the bubble championship? Answer
Yeah,
that question. Yes.
it is.
So what they did is they went out there and got scoring. That was the thing that you shouldn't have did. You stick to what's working because they were playing defense. Now you're not
Yeah,
playing defense because you got all these shooters. Monk. Monk ain't known for to be a defensive shutdown.
Melo ain't never been a defense.
No, you keep getting these liabilities. You get keep this. That's like it's like you getting all these shooters, but nobody playing defense. Oh, I thought Frank Vogel was the defensive coach. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to be a defensive coach when you got all these people who want to shoot the ball and score.
And a lot of them are old, so you can't change their ways. You're not
No,
gonna be. I
so
know
I
you ain't
just
played defense for 20
man,
years,
I'm
man.
just gonna
Let's
say
get
it
your
like
ass out
this.
here.
I'm just gonna say it like this. If I was LeBron, I'd go back to Cleveland.
Nah, we don't want him back now.
No, it's too late. It's the only way he
He
gonna win a
said we
number.
don't want him back now.
I'll go back to Cleveland. At least I know I got some young boys that play defense and they score. All I gotta do is plug and play.
Yeah, then he could actually play those one in every 3 games like he's been doing.
Of course. See, that's what I'm saying. Being on the Lakers is just it's gonna shorten your career because simply because you're the only one having to do everything. The only just like
Yeah.
Rick said when you talking about putting Chiefs in seats. The reason why them cheeks are in them seats is because LeBron. It ain't Anthony Davis. He's not available. The best ability is availability, and he ain't available. So when they were talking about all this trades and all the rest of this other stuff for him, and I wouldn't even try to trade none of that. What I try to do is I try to get a good backup to whatever Anthony Davis plays, and then whenever I can render his services when he feels like
They
playing
had
again.
one. They traded him to Washington.
Who?
Harold.
Who?
Montrezl Harold.
No, go sit down.
I mean, he was
No,
playing.
go sit down.
all he,
Go sit down.
all they needed him to do was come in
I
and play
said a
defense.
replacement, not a person who's coming off the bench. I'm talking about a replacement because they'll never know when this man's going to be hurt or not. So
Yeah.
what I would do is, sorry, I'll do that trade I told you that they were talking about, Kevin. Trade him Russell Westbrook to Indiana. Go ahead and get Miles. Go ahead and get Buddy Hield and some other players. That's the only way. The only way they're gonna get better next year. Keyword, I said next year. Because you already know when Chris Paul come back on the Suns, they won mixtape again, baby. You already know what it is. It's a wrap.
Oh yes, sir.
It's a wrap. You already know that, bro. Them boys gonna be shooting. They're gonna be shooting their eyeballs out, bro.
I know.
Chris Paul
After they
gonna be
lost to
sitting
the
there
Rockets,
playing-
after the Lakers lost to the Rockets, I resorted to rooting against them for every game. So, I mean,
Hey.
I wanna say that the Suns are gonna beat them, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy 4-game sweep.
I wasn't gonna say that, but what I will say is, I'm waiting for next year. If they don't make that move and trade Westbrook to Indiana and get those other players, then we don't have to be talking about. Oh, it's
No,
Anthony Davis
everybody
gonna be
talking
back
about
up.
next year.
It's Anthony. Oh, it's,
Russell Westbrook got like a $40 million contract option this year, a player option.
Okay,
You
and
think I'm turning that money down?
But at the same, that's why I said trade, bro.
You think I'm taking 40 million? You think I'm taking a 40 million hit for Russell Westbrook?
How you taking a 40
After
million
this
when you
season?
trade, bro? You already know how trade is. It's money for money, contract for contract. I just named 3 people that you could trade for that one person
Yeah.
in a 2027 pick that y'all never gonna.
But I'm
use.
saying you think that they gonna accept Russell Westbrook when they like he's on the decline. He just came off the worst year of his career. Worst year since his rookie
All right,
year. I
that's
should
this
say.
question: is Indiana going to the playoffs? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. You're not getting better.
All right. I mean, I want some draft compensation.
No, bro. I already told you that.
That's it.
I
I want a couple first round picks.
Well, and then also too, we can go back to the East, like what I was saying. The Celtics are a team to watch out for. I wouldn't want to play them in a 7 series playoffs,
I mean, the way they playing now, I'm with you.
bro. They that's all they good. They don't need to do anything.
Now they had a rough start. They had a rough
Well,
start.
everybody has a rough start, you know.
But
it's just everybody.
the way Jason Tatum playing with a chip on his shoulder.
No, he's playing Kobe S. He's learning from his mentors.
Yeah.
He learning from his mentor on how to, how to try to take over the game. It's slowly coming, and I see all them workouts with Kobe has been rubbing off on you. So you've been shooting better, playing better defense. The whole team been playing better defense. I think the best move for them to move Brad Stevenson to the front office was like a great idea, the greatest idea. Because that man got figured out. They didn't figured out that man's play, and then it just didn't work out for him. That was a good replacement. But that's a team I would have to watch out for. That's not it. Everybody else on the East, besides the Heat, Heat is another team I don't want to face. Like y'all were saying before, I want to face the Heat nor the Celtics in the playoffs.
Depending on what you get from Jimmy Butler.
There you go. Okay, Jimmy
Depending on what
Buckets,
get
as
from
you
Jimmy
call him,
Butler,
right?
You talking about the same Jimmy Butler we talking about the same Jimmy Butler who got them all the way to the bubble championship?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I'm not worried
same
about it.
Jimmy.
But I'm saying how he's been playing this season has been up and down. You can
Bro,
get
I'm
7
not worried
points.
about it, bro.
You can
I'm
get
not worried
30.
about that.
You get
As
7
long
points
as
from
you
Jimmy
got-
Butler in the playoffs.
Long as you got Coach Spoelstra there and Pat Riley, I ain't worried about that. But I'm not worried about that. You already know what type of
All right.
basketball you're getting from the Heat. So if I have my
Straight
money on it,
defense.
if I have my money on it, I put my money on the Heat in the East because you can't say that you can't say Brooklyn because your boy can't come to half the games. So and your weak body boy ain't gonna play. So yeah, it's just
In the
it's just
first, and I mean, the way it is right now, in the first 4 games of any series, Kyrie only can play one.
what did I say? Your best ability is your availability, and he's not available.
Yeah.
So until
Because he can't play two away games back to back, and he can't play at home.
but Kyrie's a liability. You know that.
Yeah.
I love the man to death. Hey, don't take the shot. But hey, at what cost?
He said he just throw that in there real quick.
At what cost? Bro, I
At
mean,
what cost?
trust me, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out. I am no way, shape, or form telling somebody to do this. But if the man just took one shot, bro, just do one shot. I don't care if it's saline. Shit, just one shot.
No way.
Somebody go fraud your card for you. I mean, just take one
I'm
shot,
not
bro.
telling everybody to
I
take
ain't
the
telling
shot,
you
but
to
if
do
you
it.
got a chance at a
You got a
championship,
chance at a championship.
take that
Take the
damn shot.
shot. Take
Take
the
the shot,
shot.
bro. Be like Shaq said, I'll hold that man down myself and give him a shot. You know
You
what I'm
know,
Take
I
the
saying?
respect
shot.
I respect KD because he ain't told this man yet, dude. You got to just go take this fucking shot.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure those conversations was had, but now it's just to a point where I can feel for
He ain't
James
listen.
Harden. I can see why James Harden. Oh yeah, Philly is another team that I wouldn't want to face. That's the three people that
You
I
know
always
what?
see in the East. Philly,
That's probably why
Philly.
James Harden left.
It
That's
They
what I'm
had
is.
that
saying.
conversation. They
James
had that
Harden's
conversation,
No,
I'm
and he's
rocking with
like,
Maxie
"Just
right
not
now.
listening to me."
no, no, no. James Harden was like this. Oh, my hamstring acting up again. Think I'm gonna go
Oh,
to the. I can't play. I'm gonna go to the strip club. I'm gonna let the stripper rub on
I'm
my
going to
legs
the
real quick.
strip
Yeah.
club. So a lot of
I'm gonna go.
alleviation takes place in
I'm
there.
gonna go. I'm gonna go talk to and hang out with my buddy, little baby. So we good. So we good. I don't care about that. That man said, "I'll see you, but I can tell you my hamstring hurt. Your hamstring hurt when you go in the strip
Jesus.
club." He said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "Going to Atlanta. What? Going to Vegas. This man be going there on the road games and be like, all right, I'm gonna see y'all later. My
Having his
hamstring
best
still hurt.
life.
Yeah.
Best life.
The man didn't want it to be what he left from, man. I mean, come on. He left Houston, he had to do it all by himself
He said,
there.
"I thought we all was gonna be a part of this."
No, yeah. Until Kyrie said, all right, taking the shot. And then and
He
then
So,
he
said,
all
"We
said
know
right,
you
bro.
can't play at all."
and then yeah, and then Kevin Durant got hurt and he'd be like this, Houston all over again. I'm not doing this no
Yeah.
more. That's why he was like
I'm
this.
out.
That's why he was like, hey, yeah, I'll do it. And and you got Daryl Morey at the who do you think he was gonna go? The conversations we had. Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead and say that jersey for me. I know you don't want Ben
Yeah.
Simmons. Go ahead and trade him. Soft
I know you
shell.
don't want him.
Yeah,
Hey,
you soft.
how them cheesesteaks taste?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm going to East. I'm going to Ishkabibble. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
going. I'm going to be up there in a little bit.
I mean, you
You
can't blame
in
him.
Central Philly having his best life.
Yeah. So I mean, the Celtics,
Mm.
Philly, and the Heat. Everybody else, I don't know who you are. You're just
Mm.
fillers. To just getting. Just go ahead and lay down on the railroad tracks, and y'all gonna get ran over. So
He
that's
said
the
what he
team.
said. He said
That's
what he said.
that's the teams to be watching for. Now, as far as the West,
There you go.
Suns. Because you hear me? I didn't say Milwaukee, right?
Mm.
But Milwaukee? What they been doing?
Well, a lot of them been hurt all season. They haven't all played together. Chris Middleton's playing pedestrian again.
They had that one run. They had the one run. They won the championship. It's probably going to be another 50, 60 years before they win another one. But hey,
No, not 50.
hey, not this year.
Giannis got his MVPs. He got a championship. He's already a Hall of Famer. It's nothing else for this dude to prove for
Okay.
real.
Well, then you got your contract too, so you good.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if anybody
Got your whole family in the league.
yeah. So I'm really at this point, yeah. At this point, it doesn't even matter because it's just those three teams in the East. and I think it's gonna be the East gonna win the championship this year. So one of them three. But that's just
One of
my
them.
opinion about who's gonna be in the playoffs in the playoffs period. I know the first round, but
I hope it's the Heat because I want Jimmy Buckets to get a championship. That is.
that's the
I
hard,
think
the
he's
most,
long overdue.
that's the most hardworking man in NBA basketball, man. So he deserved it. He deserved it, man. See,
For sure.
it's a problem on the team when if Jimmy Buckets was on your team and he pretty much didn't have no respect for your boy Ben Simmons. That's why he left. Ben Simmons, he's a
Mm,
liability. I'm not gonna stay for
say
that.
that.
I gotta go. And that was like the best year that Philly had a chance to do anything. But once again, if you didn't have Ben Simmons the liability, it probably would have went further. But hey, that's Kevin Durant's problem now. You signed that extension, you got that contract, so now you stuck with him.
Stuck like Chuck.
And Kyrie. So
Nah, man, he was happy. He was happy. He was there, man.
whatever, man. That's all for it.
I said, I don't know if you saw that All Star selection when they was choosing. I thought it was funny. They waited for James Harden like LeBron was messing with Durant,
Mm-hmm.
just not picking James Harden, so he would have to wait till the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. I
All
thought that
right.
was hilarious.
This next
Even though neither one of them played, but
the next section we're gonna talk about is music. The artist that we had today, we're gonna figure out these technical difficulties for him, and we'll probably get on here next week. So we're gonna talk about Kevin's music review of the song that he was proclaimed to tell me the other day that he listened to.
what's up?
Translate.
Oh, I didn't listen to the album, man.
It wasn't an album, man. It was a single. Wow.
No, it was. He
Anyway,
had an album. It's
see,
an album.
this is no, it's not an album, man. It's a single. It ain't no album. Anyway, man, obviously somebody didn't
I
do
will
their
tell you
homework.
right
Oh
now.
man, that's okay. It's okay. I got it.
He said
It's,
it was an album.
yeah,
It
it's a
was
single.
a.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and cue that
Hold up,
superhero.
before you do it, I'm about to look it up right now.
Well, okay,
We the people. We the people. The album Translate is
Oh,
8 songs, 24 minutes.
okay,
okay.
Saved to my playlist. I just
okay.
listened
But you
because I
did
listened to
listen,
Toby
but
Lou
the
instead.
playlist, the
He got receipts.
It's an album.
okay, all right, but you didn't listen to it though. Anyway, I got something better
I,
for you though.
no, I
Uh,
listened to Toby Lou instead. I'm sorry.
Okay. What I listen to, and I'm gonna say the recommended listen to, and you can't never ever go wrong with this. Is listening to Tenor Talk 4 with Benny the Butcher. Just straight bangers.
Benny
Every
the
chapter,
Butcher.
every track on there is bangers on there, bro. So that's one album, and of course, any of the Griselda's albums, all of them is all bangers to me, or
Yeah,
whatever. But
I didn't listen. I didn't finish that one yet.
yeah, Tenor Talk 4 is definitely the album to listen to. Just check it out, man. Tenor
Oh man,
Tana Talk 4. So
yeah.
that's a good album.
Anytime anybody from Griselda drops an album,
Yeah,
I go listen to it.
yeah.
I gotta hear it.
Conway just had to put one out. Conway just put another one. Had another album just put out too. So it's like either one, you can
He
never
do
go
say he
wrong
said.
with none of them, man.
Anytime I hear that, boop 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 boop
Boop,
boop
boop,
boop
boop. Yeah,
boop. I'm
you
like,
already
yeah,
know it.
all right.
You already know what it is,
I
bro.
can't even. It's so messed up. I can't listen to the albums in public because at the time I'm listening to it, I'm like walking around me mugging people. I'm like, yeah, this.
It is, man. It's that vibe, bro.
That's-
It's that vibe, man. That's what I'm telling you, man. That's the dude right there, man. You can't beat that with a stick, man. Like them boys is fire, bro. And his album, the album of Conway's album, Conway the Machine is God Don't Make No Mistakes. That's another hot album which I need to check out.
For
Just
sure.
tell you the
got
album
another.
cold because it's 14 songs. I don't remember finishing it, but out of the first 5 that I listened to, I downloaded every song that I heard. I was like, all right, this shit.
Bro, every song on every song on the album, man, especially on Conway, is a God don't make no mistakes. You know, you got Rick Ross, you got Benny Siegel on there, you got Wayne, you got Ti, you got, of course, you got Benny the Butcher and West Side on one track. That you can't ever go wrong with that or whatever. So he got some bangers on there, bro. Y'all need to check
You
it out.
bring Benny Siegel out of his cage. You know
Yeah,
that
you
it's
already know it is. You bringing him out the cage, you already know. Like the song, Locked and Loaded. So that's what it is, man. So what you been? So what you
Sure.
what you been listening to, Rick? What's your ears been?
I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to the 7220 album with Dirk. Man, I was in my zone working out in the gym. I've been listening to the Lil Durk album. It's his grandma address. So I've been trying to listen to a little bit of his pain. That's why I like thinking of the artists. They try to put their pain on paper and then translate it into wax. So I've been listening to that. Obviously, it's some drama going on between him and NBA YoungBoy, but I see a young man doing the right thing in a sense. I mean, he couldn't have to, he had to put it on paper. You know what I mean? He could have went straight to the streets. So anytime or two, you see people trying to do the right thing in that sense and putting on, their pain or their version of therapy in writing and say it in words. It's a better thing. I mean, I think it's a marketing move. They're buying, letting the fans kind of fuel the flames a little bit, but I've been listening to a little bit of that, which is, what I listen to early in the morning, trying to get me on that right path, in that right mindset before I go to PT. It's a little different. I got to be turned up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't
So,
right.
I don't know.
That just
I
came
mean,
like
he said, yeah, I don't miss that.
Excuse me.
But I just want to
didn't
be
know
on
it
go
came
mode.
out like 2 days ago.
I think my body doesn't miss that, but as I getting up there early,
No.
it's cool. I
Don't go to twist it. Like I don't feel like doing this neither.
Yeah.
No. It's not like it's not like the old days, man.
Well,
I don't
No,
just
man.
you know
like.
it is. You could be sitting.
I was
singing
there
them
every day,
cadences.
ready.
You could be sitting there being like this over here. You be singing them cadences. Pain, what pain in my back?
What pain? That was a lie. It was brainwashing me.
My back was hurting.
It was pain all shooting through my
Yeah.
body.
Hey, what
Yo.
they used to say? They said embrace the suck, man. I was having a good time out there.
Shoot, no, I
Look,
wasn't, man.
listen, I was embracing the suck, but listen, it was at a point where it was like we were stealing people's guidons and taking it from a running with it, like take it if you can.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
for hood days.
I want to be at your unit. That shit would be hilarious.
yeah, man. For her,
Look, that was back in the day.
lit, bro. Yeah, for her, it was lit.
It was lit.
Literally.
I mean,
Yeah, it was
unless,
the hood.
unless it was your guy down, I got stolen, then you'll be upset.
We not.
Nah, they never happened.
They're not stealing our
Ain't
guidon.
never
Never.
happened.
We was some savages. Our battery average was a 290.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
we were studs,
Yeah,
man.
no,
We were
no,
studs.
no.
Everybody.
Yeah, we was
For
studs.
real.
We was studs like all the way across like the whole field artillery, as in like
We got
even-
put in for the Knox Award twice.
Yeah,
hmm
better than 220.
For sure. And, let's let it be known, man. We was better than 220. They called us Fun 2-1, whatever you want to call it, but we was running things and
But
they
we
shut
can't-
us down.
They do
That's
it,
crazy.
Shut us down for the 13th time in history.
For real. And you know what's crazy? They brought back our whole brigade and put them in Germany. 41st is in Germany now.
Yeah, I heard about that.
we
Yeah,
was
I
at-
heard about that.
Yeah, we was in for a hood, man. We was really, really leaders amongst leaders. And everybody was a PC stud. We did what we was supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, we was ready, man. We went to NTC, did all that type of stuff. We was ready for whatever anybody was going to bring.
We work hard, but we party harder.
Yes, I mean
Harder.
yeah, because
Harder.
we was during the era. We was during the era of it being the hood, with the true hood, like
The hood.
shoot 'em up, bang.
All
bang.
of the, like, Major Hassan, people going to the dental clinic, shooting up, people
yeah,
leaving
funny.
bomb threats at
Yeah.
the gate,
Getting high speed
Yeah.
chases on post.
high
People-
speed chases.
People shooting people on post in their yard on post housing, bro.
You
yeah.
get robbed at the gas station on post
Yeah.
for your military star card.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
To a point where the
Run
barracks-
that. Give me
the
all
barracks-
of that.
The barracks was like the trap, bro. There was like people selling spice and Tell us,
Now you
Spice.
talking too much now.
Yeah, bro. This boy.
It sounds like I joined
Rick.
at the
Hey, Rick,
right
you remember
time.
that
I
time?
don't want to be a part of
Hey,
that.
Rick, you remember that? Hey, Rick, do you remember that time we was they took us to a battalion run, and then we ended up finding out there was all the police dogs outside the barracks, and we were standing outside like, oh man,
Oh my
then they got us in
god.
the same.
Everybody heart drop like,
What
what you got? What you got? They all over your car, dog footprints on your hood. Like what? What's going on?
Everybody still.
It was crazy.
Boy, if we see old boy, I don't say no names, but we see old boy.
Yeah, don't say his name.
He was in handcuffs, man. He was a spice. He was a spice distro, as I call him. And
He was a spice ring.
Yeah. And hey, bro, and I was like, dang, bro.
That boy was a spice boy.
Yeah, I told him. I
For
told
the
him I was
Spice
like this. Hey, man. In life choices, man, I would rather for you to sow weed than spice, bro. I mean, like at least you want to burn your brain, you can go ahead and smoke that stuff. I was like,
Man.
like I'm talking about that old boy. He didn't go to PT. He was staying in his room.
Nope.
He was already getting kicked
Yeah.
out. He stayed in his room. They had that man up in handcuffs going outside the door like he didn't. He created. He didn't did a federal investigation and he got indicted.
Thought he was El Chapo.
Hey, with his head up, still laughing. You ain't got me still.
Yep.
Dude.
You ain't got me still. I moved it off post.
Yeah, exactly. That boy was on. It was, bro. For hood was on fire, bro. It was lit, bro.
It was a hood.
It was the hood, man.
They had to get them up out of there.
Yeah, man. Hood ain't. Hood.
To all of our viewers, do not smoke spice.
Nah,
Just
don't mess
smoke
with
weed.
that.
Wow.
Don't mess with
That
the.
was what-
Don't mess
that
with
was
the
what Burgess
tunchi, man.
said.
Don't
Yeah.
mess with the tunchi. Don't mess with that.
He said, "Don't smoke spice. I'd rather you smoke weed."
Yeah. And so, Kevin, what
But
do
if you still in, don't do that and don't do anything. I have to say that first and foremost. Y'all need to stay on the right path.
Yeah.
It's
all right?
not worth it. Yeah, it's
Nah,
not.
right.
It's not worth it.
Just
It's
wait
not
till you get
worth
out.
it.
Just
A
wait till you
temporary
get out.
decision.
Just
Wait
wait
till you get out.
bro.
It's not that long.
Hey, man, it's still gonna be
Do
there.
your little contract.
We-
Yeah,
we-
it ain't going
It's not
nowhere.
going nowhere. It's still gonna be there. So, Kevin,
It's
so
still
what-
growing.
So, Kevin, hey Kevin. So, what are you listening to now these days? I guess what you listening to since you're not listening to these 8 tracks that you told me.
Well, I want to remind everybody. I
Throw
have
the
a
shade in
Spotify-
there.
I have a Spotify playlist
Just give
of
it
my favorite songs right now.
Okay,
I keep
go
it a
ahead.
tight 7 songs, and I can listen to this app. I can listen to these 7 songs all day. And if you want to check out my Spotify, it's the kid. I'm just on Spotify. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you
It's just a straight 7 songs. It's
Hey,
my
you need to
favorite
send-
songs
you
right
need to
now.
make sure you
But
send
the
a link
album
to-
that I listen
make it send a link in the comments for your playlist. If
Send
you
a link.
listen with Kevin.
Send a link.
for sure.
So I tell you, listening to
Anyway. My
Eric Clapton's greatest hits. It's all good.
Nah, man. My well, I listen to everything, and I ask people for, request all the time. But Toby Lou's one of my favorite artists. He just dropped an album, not this past week, 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And I mean, I'm just listening to that almost nonstop because I normally listen to, or I try to go back and forth from songs that I have a playlist that's like 5,000 songs long. So I'll just put it on random and choose like a queue. I'll make a queue of like 10 songs and then I'll go listen to an album. I haven't been able to listen to a new album since I heard this last Toby Lou album. It's called Non-Perishable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Is it?
like his typical music, but it's his vibe right now. So if you follow the guy, you'll be like, "Oh, this is him."
What's
This
his
sound
name
like
again?
stuff he would make. You said what?
What's his name again?
Non-perishable.
Non-perishable. Okay.
It's I downloaded every song, but again, I am biased. I didn't even do it because I do music reviews on my Instagram, so I couldn't do a music review to this one because I was like, I liked every song because I liked this guy. I said it's one of my favorite ones, so or one of my favorite artists. So it's kind of like if I listen to Donald Glover or Kid Cudi, I'm just gonna
There
like
you
it
go.
because I've been waiting on those guys for a while. So I just be like, it's good. But he had a song with T-Pain on there. It's only like a half an hour long. It's a pretty good vibe though. Pretty good vibe.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been listening to. I know I know I'm falling behind, like, because it's a bunch of new artists and stuff that I wanted to listen to. I mean, if you want to know the next album, if I'm gonna listen to anything, the next album I'm gonna listen to just came out this week.
All right, man.
Oh no, yeah, I'm listening to that Trans Lee next. My bad. It's gonna be that Trans Lee next.
Yeah, just give us the review next week.
All right. I'll check that.
Okay. Just give us the latest and greatest.
Well, yeah, because Trans Lee, he's a really good rapper, man. I like his music. But for some reason, we've been waiting on his album for like 3 years and stuff. He's on what's that T.I.'s record label? He's on T.I.'s record label. I forget what it's called. And I think it was two or 3 years ago. It was before the pandemic. He was like, it was this how long we've been waiting on the album. It was before the pandemic, and he said that he was gonna drop a song every week until his album came out. And I said, at 20 weeks, he can't keep doing this.
My God.
Yeah,
that's how long we've been waiting on that album. So the fact that he dropped something, I'm pretty excited to listen to it.
I mean, I already told you what I've been listening to. Oh yeah, what I also too, I want to say R.I.P. to the latest and greatest Young Dolph, man. That's what I've been listening to. I've been listening to him for quite some
Dolph,
time.
yeah, rest in peace, Dolph,
bro.
man.
Yeah, man.
For real. Paper Route.
Been listening to that
Paper
for
Route
quite some
Empire.
time, man. So yeah, any of Young Dolph.
For sure,
Like,
man.
I shouldn't comment on it.
Oh yeah.
Not
Yeah, rest in
gonna
peace,
mention
Vaughn
it.
too. Yeah, rest in peace, Vaughn. I've been listening to his album that dropped not too long ago as well. Yeah, we got a lot of artists that just got cut short before their time. I felt like there was a lot more music that was in the making, and these artists had they still got songs just sitting in the vault right now. You know what I mean?
They just dropped a new Juice WRLD album last week.
I know, man. You know what I mean? And that just goes to show you how much music these guys are dedicating themselves to. How they were in the studio. A lot of people have a misconception. Like, they was on the grind. Don't get it twisted. Like, they was in the studio working in the lab.
I think it's straight party and nah.
Nah, it's a facade. They
You gotta
really
put in
in
work.
there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
My God.
this is the end of the podcast on this part one. The next part will be part two. This is me, B, with Rick and Kevin. Nice having y'all here on the episode, man. I appreciate y'all for showing up and being here. Yeah, so we'll see the same people.
Appreciate you. Appreciate me for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. So we're gonna.
Yeah,
do
I
the
was on
next part
time today.
of,
Gotta remind people, I was on time today.
Okay, it's sad that you have to keep reminding people that you was
Yo,
on
he
time
funny.
one time on here,
Yo, he
and
funny.
then the other times you were late, bro. Cause I don't even want to talk about how the last podcast we were. We were so late, bro. It was like 8, 9 o'clock at nighttime when we got done.
It was in my room. I was always
No,
on
I'm talking
time. I
about
was
last
always
week.
there. I was always ready.
Okay.
I might have been asleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
last
like
week.
you and Little Mermaid. Yeah. Y'all was so.
Boy.
I took a nap. I'm sorry. I woke up at 8. Said it's too early. It's too early to
All right,
ruin my
man.
Sunday.
All right,
I'm about to go
so
take a nap right after this. And I woke up an hour ago.
Don't take a nap, man, because we got another part to do.
Oh, man.
We got another part. Got another part. For sure.